Welcome back, Southwest Florida. I'm just so delighted. Rick, bump that book up on the screen. I got a chance to read the book, and I'm going to hold it up as well. It's called Every Knee Shall Bow, and we have the author here, Connie, who did a fantastic job. She's also written some other books. I tell you, you need to go out and learn about this up-and-coming author. She's done a great job. Connie, welcome to Leap His Live.
Thank you.
That's bump. Now, you are from another part of the state, United States, and you come to Florida, and you're getting the word out about your great writing. I mean, I couldn't put the book down. Tell us, where did you come from, and what brings you to Florida in terms of what you're doing?
I'm from Dixon, Illinois, and I came here to promote my books and to tell the world everything that God has done in my life.
Mm-hmm. Now, throughout your book, particularly Every Knee Shall Bow, describe what people can get from that book.
It's about losing a relationship and gaining the biggest relationship of my life and God being the center of it.
And when you were sharing all that personal information in the book that some other people, you said that some other people can benefit from, what was it like for you cathartically to share that information?
It was really hard for me to share it because it's exposing everything, all the failures in my life, and putting it out there for people to understand that God can raise you out of any circumstance and turn your message into a message.
What is some of the response you've gotten from people who read your book? What do they say about it?
They can relate with the storms in their lives, and it gives them a place where they can learn that there's a bigger level, a higher level of spiritualness, that God is so real, and we just need to come to that level and let Him be the center of our life.
What does that do for you personally when you find out that your book has influenced people and helped them out?
It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I did something so big for God that that He's going to get the glory, because I couldn't have come through it without Him in my life, and so it's all about God, because I couldn't have made it.
Mm-hmm. Now, we have some information on the screen where people can get in touch with you, but also they can hit you up on Facebook by the name that we have for you on the screen, right? Go ahead.
You can get a hold of me on my email, Connie_Blosser@yahoo.com, or Facebook, and you can take a look at my books on there and contact me. And I'm doing some book signings and talking to kids about different topics on my books.
Now, I want to hold up another one of your books here. Diane, I'm going to come to your camera. And this is an idea of the graphics is so great in these books. When I look at it now, when I look at the graphics, it's appealing to children, but adults as well. Talk about the concept behind these other 8 books that you've written as well, 7 books.
Each of my books has a piece of me in each one of them to encourage kids. I put them in a level where that whatever circumstance is going on in their life, that they can understand on their level. Mm-hmm.
Now, when people hit you up on Facebook or hit you up on email, they can get more information about these books as well.
Yes.
Okay. Now, why did you choose to go that route? The bold, the graphics, just jumps off at you is really attractive.
Just to give the kids and to draw the kids to the books and show how real the situations are, like being greedy and bullying, different big topics that are going on today, mm-hmm. and to just really jump out at them and just say, that there's a victory in this.
Now, I understand you're working on another book now. Tell us about it.
It's about the Valley Made Low. It's about a bunch of giants. It's the most exciting book I think I've wrote so far. So I'm really looking forward to finishing it and getting it out there for the kids to read.
Give me some more detail about that book.
It's about coming into an environment where you're not accepted, and how do you change an environment by what's on the inside of you, and making the connection with somebody else with love. Mm-hmm.
Now the book comes from some personal experiences you've had, and you sort of writing it in first person?
Yep.
Go ahead,
yes.
Talk about it.
Actually, it was about coming to the state of Florida and, mm-hmm. Coming from a different kind of an environment, and kind of not trying to break through the barrier of a whole new culture, different things that happen in life, jobs, and the whole job search, and just changing everything. The North is different than the South. It's just everything's different, and how do you come through it?
Now, going back to Every Knee Shall Bow, this is one of my favorite paragraphs in here. I want you to read it, and then we'll talk about it right there. on the Revelations.
Right here?
Mm-hmm.
What is Revelation? Revelation is the last book of the New Testament in the Bible, the Apocalypse, things to come. The meaning is the act of revealing or making known. When the Lord reveals and gives revelation, it is something astonishing.
Mm-hmm.
The Bible says in Habakkuk 2:2-3, then the Lord replied, write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets so that a herald may run with it. For the revelation waits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay.
Excellent. Now, you, at some level, you're taking different passages from the Bible and you're interpreting them and breaking them down in a Sesame Street way so people can understand the meaning behind it. Tell us about your thought process about those throughout the book where you do that.
I always keep God in front of me, and God's given me so many dreams that have been so real in my life, and God can use your senses. He can use talking to you in an audible voice, and He can talk in dreams, and so He's as big as you're going to allow Him. And so I've always kept like my dreams and different things that He's done in my life out in front of me and not looking back.
So where do you go from here?
Where I'm going from here, I'm going to do some signings, book signings, and I'm going to talk to some children at some libraries and talk to them about the different topics that
just keep making connections. Okay, I want to have you to sign this. Just sign your name on this. I want to get an autographed copy if you can get that, Rodney, so everybody will know when I put it up on eBay that I got officials. While you're signing that, tell us about your early childhood. What were some of your influences that led you to becoming a writer?
My brother was he was handicapped,
okay,
and he's like the biggest inspiration in my life. He was somebody I loved very, very much, and growing up, the world didn't accept him like I accepted him, and so I had to come through an extreme part where learning that I love him so much, and I just don't understand why other people couldn't love him like I have. And I went through a bullying stage where people just pounded me for something that I loved and was the center of my life, and so I had to come out of it and let it go and just tell the world like how great of a person he was and what God did. God puts that special gift and that special people in your life that you can share with everybody.
Outstanding. Rick, I also want to try to get you to cue up that Bob Beamon. We may go to that and in the second break, just some TV things. Let's wrap this up now. Let's if you had to give a message to inspire people who are out there who may have come through some trials and tribulations like you've done, put it down in writing and become a great writer, look into that camera and take about 15 seconds and say something positive and uplift them to them on this Sunday morning.
No matter what you're going through, I can totally relate with some of the hardest storms in my life, and I just want to let you know that God is as big as you will let Him be in your life. And so if you don't know God today, just ask Him to come into your heart and just watch what He'll do in your life.
Outstanding. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on the show, Connie, and we wish you a lot of success in the future.
Thank you so much.
Okay, as the saying goes on this particular show, for those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by those like Connie and all the fine people who are associated with getting her great work out who are doing it. Happy holidays. We'll be right back.